What up, folks? Now I'm gonna install this bracket I got from Invincible muscle car, and basically it's a cheap way of getting rear disc brakes on basically all Mopars. It's pretty simple. I mean, this is my first time doing stuff from the rear end, taking out axle, so thanks to Vladimir for helping a brother out. I know I was bugging him like shit, but yeah, this is, well, basically this is what the kit comes with. Come with your, I guess you consider this a shim. Comes with this. I guess you call this a dog bone, and this C-shaped bracket. So what you're gonna want to do is take out the axle right here. But you know the easy way, I took out my whole drum assembly altogether because I wasn't gonna need it anymore. So all I did was take out those bolts right here. I think they're freaking, was it a 15? Was a 15 on here, but right here, what they call these T bolts. You got to make your own. I got some, what are these? 3/8 by what? 1.5 inch. If I'm not mistaken, 3/8 by 1.5 inch. Because you kind of want them a little long, because you see how thick this plate is. And it has to go through all that. So basically, once you put this sucker on, it's time for you to put your axle in. So I can't record and put the axle in, so I'm gonna pause it, bring it back when I got an axle in. But to get the axle in, once you push it in and you get it in where you can't go up anymore, you have to push this axle in so it goes up into, I guess, the retainer inside the housing of the pumpkin. But I'll show you, hold on. All right, I'm back. See, I got it in. Remember, you want to line up too. It only goes one way because it lines up with the bolt. See, now I'm stuck. See, I'm stuck. I can't go any further. So this is where you got to tilt it upwards and push it in. It's going to be kind of hard to do with the camera. I'm see if I can mount it and show you. Nope. God damn, I can't. Okay, whoops. All right. See that? Got it in. So now I got to make sure all this aligns up with all 5 bolts. I have to pause, bring that one back, but you see all 5 bolts. They all got to line up and go in. Okay, I'm back. Now, one method I did learn that they're kind of tight to get in. So what I did, I put the bolt on. I put the nut on and then just use my trusty hand impact drill to tighten them up so I can get the nuts on. So once you do that, now they should be on enough where if you release it, once you release it, you should be able to put the bracket on. So the first bracket you put on is the C-shaped bracket. Hopefully everything lines up. On the other side, I had to drill the holes a little bit bigger. So you might have to do that. Drill the holes a little bit because these are real tight. And they work on all Mopars. So it's somewhat of a universal type bracket. So it might work better on others. Some you might have to modify, like me, make the holes a little bit bigger. But I'm about to try it, see what happens. All right, I'm back after banging it. I didn't have to drill it. So I got it. Pretty winded, so now I can put my nuts on. Yeah, put your nuts on. Oh yeah, one thing I gotta add, I forgot to mention, that you're gonna have to do when you buy these nuts, or I should say bolts. You have to because once you take out your old axle nuts and bolt, you see how it has a, I think they call it, what's this, a T-shaped bolt. See how it has this kind of, I don't know, it's not focused. See, if you look at it, it's kind of shaved at one end. Well, that's what you're gonna have to do when you get these. Make sure you get grade A bolts, because they're strong as hell. I mean, I'll show you an example. I just use my grinder right here. Ugh. Where's my old? Right here. These were too short. See how I grinded it so I can make it go through the axle housing tab? Yeah, that's what you're gonna have to do with yours. Go get some grade A bolts from the hardware store. And once you grind it, you can slide it through the tab. If you look on the back of the house and see this, look, a hump. Well, that hump prevents you from putting a regular straight bolt on. So that's why you have to grind it so you can fit it. But I'm just gonna use my impact drill to tighten these up. And it's gonna seat the axle. You'll see when I'm done with the poles. So bolt is tight. Axle spinning. I still gotta finish up the other side with that adjustment tab I gotta put back in, but see, she rolling. So now we gotta put on the U-bolt. So, man, it only goes really on one way, as you can see. But I think he also made it where you could use like Shelby calipers. That's what the other side is for, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna go with the same side I use. I use this U shape where both holes disappear and you only have one. Then you just line up the two bolts, see in the middle, and you put the nuts that's applied right there. So hold up. And there you have it. You are ready for your 2005 and 2005 to 2014 Mustang rear disc brake calipers with 2005 through 2014 Mustang rotors too. And I think he said you have to do something to the bore. But once I get to that part, I'll show you what you have to do to make it fit. But basically, this is the meat of it right here. It's his brackets right here. Once you get it on, you go and get your calipers from 2005 to 2014. Go to the junkyard or buy a brand new, however you want to go about it. And you also have to change this fit-in too, if I'm not mistaken, because I think the Mustang caliper has got a bigger fit-in. But if you know how to flare and you don't want to change that brake line, you can just flare a new line on and call it a day. But let me show you one thing you can't forget on the other side. Right here is this damn tab. I'm having a hard time putting it back in. But see this tab? You have to put it back into these groove right here. It has to sit in here. I'm having a hard time putting it in, but I'll figure a way out. But basically you have to put it on one of the nuts and let it sit in the groove, basically. Just like that, you gotta let it sit in. And that's to keep the wheel from spinning. But yeah, that's how you install that kit from Invincible Muscle Cars. I'm saying his name. Shout out to Vladimir. Thanks. And yeah, thanks for the kit. Once I get my rotors and rear calipers, I'll put a part 2 of installing that, but this is basically it. So I'll talk to you later. Keep pushing. Peace.